What's happening, you guys? Today is Monday night, 8th of April. Total solar eclipse Monday. Alright, so yeah, we'll get on that one in a bit here. Alright, so first, let you know where we're at. We are currently on southbound Interstate 15. About to cross 210 freeway here right by the Fontana and Rancho Cucamonga border in California. We are on our way to Ontario to make a delivery to a place called Ventura Foods. It's a place I have been to before, once or twice. It's been a while, probably a couple of years at least, but I have been there. I have a 2200 appointment time. It is currently 21:22, so a little bit more than half an hour from now. We should be there in actually about 15 or so minutes. I'm actually concerned that they might turn me back around and tell me to come back at my appointment time like they did last time I was there. It seems like it's a varied experience though, because you see the review, if you look at the reviews from what I recall, yeah, I didn't look at them this time because I'd already been there before, but I thought I remembered seeing people say in the past that they were able to get in there like 15, 30 minutes or whatever it was before their appointment times. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so where did this load come from? This is the same load that you saw in my last vlog post, which was talking about never trusting mechanics' work. That was a load that I picked up at Ventura Foods in Albert Lea, Minnesota, which is about an hour, not quite an hour and a half drive south of the Twin Cities area of Minnesota. Alright, I guess first, before I go into any, recapping how this trip went, I want to get some input from you guys, because usually I do try to have like a topic I talk about. I want to get your input on if you guys would rather that be after I'm done with the delivery or the pickup or delivery, whatever it is, or do you rather me talk about it on my way into the customer and then do the customer experience after that? I'm not really sure. Sometimes it varies with where I'm at, but I don't know how many of you guys watched just for the intel on the customer itself, or wanting to see what the experience is like with the customer only and don't care about the story so much, or how many of you guys are more interested in the story time and or the total experience, whatever. Come on, dude. That white pickup up there needs to speed up too. So yeah, which one do you guys prefer more? Whatever that is, I'll try to make sure it's at the beginning of the video. That way, if there's other, we don't have to skip past parts that you don't want to see to get to what you do want, ideally. All right, so that's it. How'd this trip go? Went pretty well overall, I would say. Now like I mentioned in that video, the ideal route would have been take I-80 across from Des Moines over to Salt Lake City, and then I-15 south here into California. But Wyoming and Utah were both expecting snow, and Wyoming also had very strong crosswinds, and I had a light load. This is a light load, only 14,000 pound load. Good way to get blown over in strong winds in Wyoming. Those are normally crosswinds over in Elk Mountain too, so I didn't want to deal with those. I was still going to have strong winds along the other route, which is I-35 straight down from Albert Lea to either Emporia, Kansas or Wichita, Kansas. Eventually, from either of those routes, you end up eventually converging in Pratt, Kansas on the US 54. Then take US 54 down to Tucumcari and take I-40 across the Barstow and N15. I had 35 mile an hour winds on that route too, which wasn't good, but it was at least a headwind, or mostly a headwind. Might have had some diagonals too, you know, like from up and front right or front left or whatever. Ah, you bastard. My phone just fell, so yeah, it looks like you guys can see my customer. Ah, yeah. That's alright. I can work with that. Yeah, just you guys won't get the detail you're gonna maybe want to see once we get to closer in. Anyway, yeah, I know Arizona and was it? I can't remember if New Mexico got snow, but mainly the Flagstaff area got snowed on. But it was the day before I got through there, so once I was going through there, I had no problems at all. Now, I mentioned in another video I had a trailer tire I tried to get replaced. Now, while I was there in Albert Lee and couldn't get it done, they didn't have the tire that was needed, and I guess Hirschbach wanted me to go somewhere else. So, eventually, they ended up stopping in Tucumcari. Did a split sleeper there, short split there, and I was going to try to get the tire replaced there, and then I also had a leaky tire on the other side. But and the guy said, "Oh yeah, because right when I was walking up from my truck to the office, the shop office to check in, there was a CFI truck that had pulled away from a spot 2 spots over from me and circled around and went into the repair bay for tire work of their own." Well, I get checked in, and the guy said, "Yeah, this guy here, and then you got 2 others in front of you," and saying, "Oh, that's no problem. I'm gonna do a short split anyway." Say, "Oh, yeah, I think I can knock out. I can get a shower as well," and it ended up not working out because I was there for 2 hours, and that same CFI truck was still sitting in the bay. And so I go back in and ask, "Hey, what's going on here? Is the CFI truck still in there? Hasn't haven't even gotten to the next guy." So then he tells me that yeah, they got basically held up with I guess a road call, and then they had 2 more road calls to deal with that were still pending. Let me see if I can get slid over because I need. Come on, thank you. Because I need to get off at Rupa Avenue, which is this next section. Yeah, anyways, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to go down the road and get it done somewhere else. If you guys got that much going on and don't have the manpower to work this, no big deal. I'm not, because Saturdays, now I run I-40 all the time, and I've caught on to the pattern that if you're on I-40, generally everybody is making deliveries either into the Phoenix area or in Southern Cal or wherever in California on Monday mornings. So what happens is, that maybe they pick up the load perhaps Friday or something, and we'll just say like the Dallas area or Oklahoma City or wherever the hell else it might be, Kansas City region, who knows. And they'll run, you might end up on, let me get slid over to this other lane. I need to be in the outer lane. Yeah, I'm going to end up making a left turn once we're here on Rupa anyway, so. Alright. Don't cut into my lane, truck. Thank you. Alright, so, and I might need to, because I don't trust this onboard nav. A lot of times it has the location pin in the wrong place, and now my phone's tilted in another direction, so. Looks like it zoomed in on something too. Alright, so anyway, what did I say? Yeah, I ended up just, I don't want to, basically I don't want to show up at truck stops when they're, at night when they're full, or more likely to be full. And Saturday nights in New Mexico are not a good time to be showing up late at truck stops. Because like I said, trucks are always, let's just say, in New Mexico on Saturday, and then on Sunday they'll either shut down somewhere in Arizona or in California, and then Monday morning they'll make their deliveries. And then if you go over like the Little Sisters truck wash over here on in Fontana on Monday mornings, yeah, that's a place to avoid on Mondays. It's gonna be a cluster there, very busy. It's hard to even get in there just to get a washout, even though they have a dedicated washout lane, because there's so many trucks trying to get washed or washed out at the same time, and it's all that same thing. Everyone, making Monday morning deliveries, and then as soon as they're empty, they go hit up the truck wash. They might pick up their reload on Monday afternoon, and get it rolling right away, or they'll pick up reload Tuesday and get moving out of the area. So other nights of the week, a lot of the truck stops you can show up at, and it's fine. It's not a problem. Like Dancing Eagle Travel Plaza, that's one I like to stop at a lot. And at night, a lot of the days of the week, I don't have any problems finding parking there. But Saturday nights is not one I'm ever going to tempt fate with. So, I absolutely need to have this, because I don't trust the. Come on. Alright, we're a mile away. I'll just leave that like that for you guys. Hope it stays there. I usually like having a broader perspective view, but I'm not even really looking anyway. I just know I'm. It's the customer's address is technically on Harupa, and we're on Harupa, but it's a cul-de-sac that we're actually going to turn on to, and then the customer will be down on the left side near the end of the cul-de-sac. All right, South Hofer Ranch Road is what my onboard system's saying. It should be the same. Yeah, it's about the same distance as what my phone is saying. So. Anyway, I finally got the tire replaced and the other tire repaired while I was at the Loves in Kingman, Arizona. It ended up working out well. Got in there fairly quickly, and this should be my turn right here. Okay, yeah. All right, now one thing to keep in mind, I might want to warn you guys about here. I guess the cops have a tendency to ticket people who park here on the curb, but I've heard stories about them coming over here a lot. But here's the problem, though: is if I get here just a tad too early and I'm here to deliver. Now, most cities, their municipal code usually has an exception on the no parking thing, that if you're a truck that's trying to make a pickup or delivery, then that's usually an exception on that, where it's okay to do it as long as you're there for within, let's say, for no more than 2 hours, generally speaking. All right, right here where this guy is at is where we're gonna turn in at. Still got 25 minutes before appointment time. Well, see what happens here if they let us check in now or make me wait a little bit. 55 back to trailer. All right, appreciate it. Alright guys, we are checked in, didn't have any problems here, and we got door 55. And he said just put the bills in the back of the trailer before you bump the dock. So I guess we don't even have to come over here to the office anymore. Last time I came here, I remembered we had to. Yeah, I remember I had to use the. Had to come to the over to the office to check in. All right, so 55 should be down here a bit further. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and let me get my doors open now. That way, if any of these guys want to leave, they can do it without me being in the way. Alright guys, we got doors open now. Let's go ahead and hit this dock. We're still in the 40s over here, so this is 47 right here. So we'll probably be on the other side of this last guy up here. Yeah, it's 52, 53. Yeah, we're right next to this guy here. So okay, it's a little bit on the tight side here. I wouldn't say super tight, but got room to play with there. So I'm going to treat it like it's a little bit more narrow lane. Start my setup a little later. Thought I thought I was going to mistime it because the power steering. Actually looked like I timed it just right though. But yeah, I thought I was going to be late chasing it because let me get my my bills inside the trailer real quick. Timed that stop just right too. It's again, I'll call it lucky timing on both chasing the trailer down and with hitting the dock just at the right time. It was super soft. All right, so I guess we'll have some more for you on the way out of here. Might be a little bit shorter video. I want to get some info from you guys on whether to do a story stuff first or later. I do have a few topics I can still talk about, but probably won't continue with. I probably won't talk about anything in particular on this one, except for just, or maybe I don't know. Maybe on the way out of here, I'll talk a little bit about the Eclipse. My past experience with eclipses. All right. Alright guys, we are done unloading here. It's 1:45 a.m. now, so we were here, just over 3 hours, or almost 3 hours past our appointment time, so imagine I'll get about 45 minutes or so of detention pay out of it. We'll get checked out, and once we're rolling out of here, I'll let you know what we're doing next. Good or oh. guys, let's get out of here now. Yeah, they didn't need to check my trailer at all, but they kept looking at me. The lady in there kept looking at me like I'm stupid or something. Or like she was the stupid one or something, I don't know. It's like, I was even trying to give her like, hey, thumb up signal to make sure she was okay with me leaving, but she wasn't giving me any kind of thumb up back or whatever. That's what they usually do if they're not going to come out and check my trailer to verify empty or whatever. Yeah, they usually will give me a thumb up that I'm okay to leave, but she just kept looking at me like stupid or whatever. I'm like, okay, what the fuck, Chuck? What are we doing? All right. Okay, what are we doing next? I'm gonna probably go ahead and wash out my trailer and go get maybe fill up my reefer tank too, possibly, and then after that I'm gonna head home, do a 10-hour break, and then we'll come back down here in the afternoon to Colton to pick up a load at Walmart. So, those Walmart pickups, like I said, it's kind of hit and miss whether I actually vlog them or not. I might, possibly, just because there tends to be more interesting stuff going on there than at typical Walmart DCs on the receiving end. So, I haven't decided yet. I may vlog that one, I may not. I don't know. So, whatever the case, I guess before we go though, I was going to mention about my past experience with the Eclipse. You know, I could have just gone up Haven, but it's all right, because Haven will get me up to I-10. But I just kind of figured on going up to just going straight across over to I-15. But, alright, anyway. Yeah, back in, what was it, 2018 or 2019, whatever that year was. We had a total lunar eclipse. I remember the path of totality was going across Oregon. And that particular time, I was actually on my way up I-5 with a load that I picked up in Carson, I think. Carson, California. And I was going up to the Tacoma area. And I went right through the path of totality right while it was going on, or right while the event was going on. Didn't have any real difficulty with the traffic. No issues there at all, but problem was after the event, because everybody basically congregated over to where the path was at, and then after it ended, half of everybody was on the way back to wherever they were coming from, and apparently it was all coming from Seattle. Because I'll tell you what, once I was in Washington. Where was they at? I was somewhere south of Olympia. I don't remember exactly where I was at, but I was somewhere south of Olympia. And it took 4 hours to go a distance that would have only normally taken me 1 hour to do. That sucked. It was because the traffic was so... the traffic was just that bad from everybody on the way home from seeing the damn eclipse. So, it seemed like there was a big-ass spectacle of today's event, but I don't know. I would say, was there really any more more media hype over today's event than there was in 2018? I don't know, because I know there was a shitload of people flocking to the area when even then. So I don't know. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get on 15, and I'll head over to the. I'm gonna head over to Little Sister Struck Wash because it should be open right now, and get washed out, and then go fill up my reefer unit as well, and then I'll be set for my pickup, just in case it's a dropping hook, which most of the time it is there in Colton. All right, so that's what's going on. We'll see you guys either in Colton or we're probably at Colton, I guess. All right, have a good one.